Let's keep going. So I know we have too many windows open, and I think we do, but it's sort of like a pain to always close them down. So it's okay if we get stopped. Let's go to new notebook and drive. And now we're going to look at while loops as games. So this is kind of a fun idea. So first we need to introduce while loops. And how do we do a while loop? Well, generally speaking, in a while loop, you have some condition. And the condition would be something like this. While the number is less than 11, let's just print it out. Okay, print out the number. But you would need to initialize your number. So maybe we start with 1. And then we want to be sure that we change it so number equals num plus 1 or plus equals 1. Okay, so if we run this code and press Shift Enter, give Colab a moment to connect here. And the idea is, so it starts as the number 1. Is 1 less than 11? Yes, it is. And when we print it out, it prints out 1. And then now we've changed it. We change it right here, and it adds 1. It becomes 2. So we go back. Is 2 less than 11? Yes, it is. So it prints it out. Now it becomes 3, etc. It's 10 at some point. It's 10 less than 11? It is. We print it out. And now it becomes 11. Is 11 less than 11? No. And now you break out of the loop. So that's how while loops work. Now, comment this out with me. I insist. This is going to happen to you. It happens to me. It happens to everyone who codes. Look at this. You forget to change it, and now it endlessly prints out 1. You can retire to wherever you want and be satisfied that you have found infinity on Earth. You are stuck in an infinite loop. There's no way out. The code will go on forever. Maybe we'll reach the next square year if the Wi-Fi keeps going. Whenever you have code that takes too long to run, there's probably an error of some kind, not always, but often, and you can interrupt. I just go here and press it multiple times until it stops. Okay, we know what the error is. Now we fix it. So that's the basics of a while loop. I would use a for loop for that, not a while loop. While loops can be useful for games, so we're going to play a little game, guess the number. Okay, let's make it a function. Guess number. Okay, and what we're going to do, let's do the one play guess number between two numbers. And then we'd say if it's higher or lower. Okay, so maybe this is maybe we have a between 1 and I don't know how we want to say it. So low value, maybe we want to be 1 and the high value. If we're playing with little kids, maybe we just make it let's say 20. Okay. And so you want to tell people what the numbers are, right? So you would do something like print out. I am thinking of a number between what? Okay, it's going to be an F string, right? It's going to be between the low value and the high value. So low value. See, by doing it like this, it allows us to have more fun and change the values. And high value. Okay, great. And now we want them to guess. Okay, so now we're going to ask for the guess. So guess equals input guess. Okay, so they get a guess. Now we've got to check the guess. Now, when somebody interacts with the keyboard, we've got to get the value first. So the value equals we got to import NumPy. So import, got a few steps here. Import NumPy as in P, and then we're going to do value equals np.random.rand int between the low value and the high value plus 1. Right, because that's going to be excluded, so we could include 20. Okay, so now we don't know what it is. Okay, so we're checking now the guess. And I think, for me, it's I don't like to do too much code without checking. Let's just give it a few guesses, and now we want to do the check. And so what are we checking? If guess is equivalent to value, right, we're done. They win the game. Okay, I wrote value. It's not value of the string. Okay. Okay. But the value here is a number, and what somebody types in is actually a string. So you actually need to convert it to an integer. You can do it here. You can do it all kinds of places. So now it's going to be an integer. Okay, so the idea, though, is that they're usually going to be wrong. So what we actually want to do is something like this. While guess is not equal to value, we just have them guess again, right? And so we give them another guess, and then we're going to basically do something like this, and we'll say, like, try again. Okay, and it's going to keep running that. Now, I'm going to modify this, but let's just start simple. Let's just go between 1 and 3 and see if it in fact works. Okay, so while this is, so basically you would be stuck in this loop until you get it right. And so if you get it right, then you can just do something like print out, you got it. And let's say what it is, because you need to say what it is. Right, otherwise, how do you know if it actually is working? So you got it. What is it? The guess, right? Let's say guess was the number. Actually, it shouldn't be the guess. We don't know. Let's put the value, right? Because they should have guessed that. Okay. Okay, so let's try this as is. And so we've got this guess number. Okay, I'm thinking of number between 1 and 3. Guess 2, right? In the middle. Bam, I'm a genius. Okay, let's try this again. I'll try 2 again. Okay, 2 is the number again. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's change it to 5. Now, I don't need to change it there, right? I can change it here. So let's just keep low value as 1, high. You could just only change the high value. Okay, so we'll make it now between 1 and 5. A little harder to guess. Okay, I want to be sure that I don't always guess it. Okay, so if I check 2, okay. Shift enter. I don't think I would guess always correctly here. Okay, no. No, right? It's not always 2. You start to wonder. 3, try again. 4, hopefully it's 5. Yes. So the code seems to be working. So this is like, I just really want to make the one modification on this to make it an interesting game. And then we'll move on. It's that this game's interesting if you say lower or higher, right? That's when it's interesting. So what you have are conditions here. So guess has been converted. So if guess, like, so let's, okay, so let's see. If guess is which way is it? We want to compare guess and value. Like if the value, what if they guess too high? Okay, so if guess is less than value, you might say lower, try again. Okay, now, why is this showing this under? Oh, the underline, yeah, this is good because watch the underlines in Colab have gotten really good over time. Something's off, and what's off is the spacing. So if this is not lined up properly, this is not lined up with, nothing's lined up with this if. If you go back and you press return, that's lined up with the if. Okay, so that actually works. Okay, so then we ask them to try again. Else, right? Otherwise, it's the other case because look here, this is only happening when they're not the same. So if they get it, you're not going to mess with this. So in other case, you'll just say higher, try again. And so when we do it like this, if we've done it correctly, it's a lot more interesting. Okay, so let's try it as is. And I'll just do it here. I'll keep it simple. I can do 5. Okay, so thinking a number between 1 and 5. Okay, I'll just, well, what the heck? I guess 3. So it says lower try again. It's telling me, so that's 2 or 1. So let's try 2. Try again. Yes, so this did in fact work. And finally, in conclusion, let's do it, make it a little more engaging. Now we can go with the low value. of 1, and a high value could be like, I guess you call it, you could do negatives too, note. That'd be kind of fun, right? Why don't we try that between negative 100, I have to do negative 20 and 20. Okay. I'm picking a number between negative 20 and 20, right? How many people have done this? Guess. Okay. 0's right in the middle. If you're playing the high-low game, go in the middle. Higher, try again, 10. Lower, try again, 5. Higher, try again, 7. Higher, try again, 8. Okay. Cool. And I will also say, you could put all this inside of a while loop and give somebody the option to play again.